Hello everybody, it's Julia here from the Highly Sensitive Tarot, and I'm back with another video response, a VR. This one is to the lovely lady at Nova Luna Tarot. I don't know your name, but I've enjoyed watching your pair the decks, so I thought I'd have a go myself. I'd seen Farah Nadila have a go at this VR as well, and I really enjoyed her choices, so I thought I'd have a go. And today I'm going to try and pair the Bosch Tarot deck. I've chosen this deck because it's the one that I'm working with at the moment. This has been my current deck study for the month, and probably up until about 3 or 4 days ago, and I'm nearly done with the month now, to be honest, and up until about 3 or 4 days ago I was not enjoying working with this deck. I was upset that I'd asked my son to buy it me for Christmas. I thought it was just going to be another one of those decks that I'd got carried away by the artwork and just thought, oh, I must have that deck, I must have it. And then when I got it, I realised that it was not really what I thought it was going to be. It's obviously not, I've talked about it in other videos, it's obviously not set out like a traditional tarot deck, which is fine. I've got no issues with learning another deck, but it is a dark deck. It does give you quite blunt answers. It's definitely a deck for shadow work, and as I said, I wasn't particularly enjoying working with it because it's not it's not the sort of deck where you could just say to it, so Bosch Tarot, I'll just cut this deck in half so I can put it on the table for you to look at. So it's not like you could just say to this deck, so Bosch Tarot, tell me about the next 24 hours. Well, you know, what energies are there? What should I look out for in the next 24 hours? Which is something that I commonly ask my decks when I'm doing a deck study. And every time I asked this deck that question, it left me feeling depressed. So because there's very, very few light, sunny, cheerful, happy cards in this deck. They're all cards of deep, dark, hidden, it's shadow work. This is a deck of the unconscious. It's not a deck to just ask very superficial questions of. So but I had a bit of a breakthrough with it a few days ago. I asked it some different questions, and it actually gave me really insightful, accurate, for me anyway, answers. I'm going to do a third video on the Bosch Tarot in the next week or so, where I shall give you sort of my last thoughts and feelings about the deck, and I'll show you the tarot spread that I did that really was the breakthrough for me, and that changed my views of this deck and kind of rescued it for me, because I think otherwise it may have gone into the pile of being rehomed. So first of all, I think a deck that, now these are oracle decks obviously that I'm going to pair with this, and I think firstly is this one. I'm sorry I don't have the boxes out like everybody else tends to do. All my boxes are either in my bookshelf or sort of hidden away, really. I don't tend to have boxes out very often for my decks. So this is the Dark Mirror Oracle, and this is a deck, an oracle deck that is purely and simply for shadow work. And I think, as you can see, we've got the Prince of Books here, the Colourless Angel, and the King of Books. And these cards have lots of keywords on them. We've got dominance, overcoming challenges, and patience here for the Prince of Books. And the King of Books is hidden knowledge, a wise counsellor, and old age. And then we've got the colourless angel. So obviously I don't really know what the colourless angel means without looking at the book properly. But I just think the colour scheme and the feel of these cards goes very well together. You'll have to excuse me, I'm not very good at faffing around with cards like this. So I shall probably make a mess. So we've also got the Baron of Books, the child I was meant to be, and the sin of gluttony. Wow. So the Baron of Books is sexual indiscretions, adultery, and misuse of power. That's this one. The child I was meant to be, and the sin of gluttony, which is food, eating, consumption, and cooking. So, you know, I'm sure if we read the Dark Mirror book that goes along with this deck, we would find that there would be a flow and a resonance between these cards. So we've got the King of Coins, which is hoarding, inheritance, unwillingness to share, and the Triumph of Lies, with the Knight of Birds, which is adventure, excitement, and movement. So I wish I could give you a better sort of interpretation of these myself, but these are not cards that you can just superficially interpret, really, any of them. They all are deep dives, like really deep dives. So we've got the Queen of Coins with asking for help, poverty, using your skills, fragmentation, and the Ace of Coins, which is financial success, riches, and wealth. So interesting, don't you think? As I said, if you were doing some serious shadow work, I think, and you wanted to look at the books with these cards, I think they would work really, really well together. We've got the Barrel Boy here with stillness, patience, inner reflection, and restraint. The Artificial Heart, and the Ace of Skates, which is instability, danger, and uselessness. So there we go. Let me sort my piles out here. So that's the Dark Mirror Oracle deck, which, as I said, I like very much, but it only really comes out for quite serious shadow work because it is a heavy deck. So this next deck is this one. It's the Art Oracle deck, and I don't know who it's by because I don't have the box here. Again, I don't use this deck very often, but I do quite like it. I just thought it would go very well with Bosch's artwork, actually, because some of the images in this Art Oracle are quite dark, quite deep, quite thought-provoking. So so we've got the Baron of Birds with the Sleeper, which is by Sophie Calle. I don't know that you know who that is. Some of the artists in this deck I don't know, some I do. We've got the Ace of Books there, so we've got theft, concealment, running away, putting on a good show for the surveillance camera, distance makes the heartbreak stronger, invade neighbouring states of privacy. And then we've got the Ace of Books, which is music, sharing of knowledge, and creativity. So, again, without actually looking at the books, I'm sorry I can't do this any more justice for you, really. But I just thought the colours and the themes just looked very well together. Sorry, they're all upside down by the looks of that. I just thought they had a good feel together. So we've got Ascent of the Blessed, Titian here, and Knight of Books. So Ascent of the Blessed, this one is rebirth, recognition, assistance and promotion. And that's the equivalent of the Judgment card. And then we've got the Knight of Books, which is arguments, new ideas and teaching. And then with Titian, we've got go viral, not bacterial. A flattered client is a repeat client. Your personality can be as colourful as your canvas. Interesting. I don't know how this is going to come across to people, because like I said, I can't really, you know, if I was doing this with decks that I was much more familiar with, I would be able to give you, I'd be able to comment much more at what we were looking at, but I still haven't really fully understood the Bosch Tarot at all. So we've got Paradise here with peace, pleasure and communication. We've got Buckminster Fuller, who is the artist, and we've got the Knight of Skates. Let's have another one. And then we've got the Conjurer, who's the Magician. We've got the Ace of Vessels. Look at this card. I mean, they're just... I don't know how well you can actually see that, but it's like people are being stuffed in the barrel, and then everybody is being forced to drink the liquids that come out of them, and then they're throwing up the liquids. Oh dear. It's as I said, without the book, without me reading the book and telling you what these cards mean, I really am struggling with them. So there we go. That is the Art Oracle, and I have found some cards in this deck that I just thought went so well with this deck. Like we've got Leonardo da Vinci here, which definitely goes well. Who else have we got? Georgia O'Keeffe. That's quite a good one, I think, with it. Caravaggio. That definitely works. Who else have we got? Well, that one's a bit rude. Some of them are quite rude, actually, in this Art Oracles deck. Some of them are quite dark. We've also got a Marina Abramovich here, who's a foul creature. So yeah, that would go quite well with all of this. So there we go. That's the Art Oracle. The next one that I thought might go well with it, that I thought might pair with it, is my Rebel deck. Just because, as I said, this Bosch Tarot is so direct. It's direct to the point of wounding or insulting at times. And so I thought, well, so is the Rebel deck, actually. So we've got the Conjurer and the Ace of Vessels here with you look like a shit show. And you're a hot mess. Clean yourself up. We've got the Baron of Berries with the Knight of Coins with love. Wow. What's on the back of love? Get some, give some, it will cheer your arse up. Sorry about that. And then the Baron of Berries is ambition at any cost, desire and broken promises. And the Knight of Coins is schemes, business and success by cheating. Then what have we got here? We've got deception, which is lies, deceit, hidden truths and secrets. And in the middle here we've got winning. And we've got the Page of Vessels, which is promotion, hard work, dedication, loyalty and career. So is this winning by hard work or winning by deception, I wonder? And you've got a good thing going. Don't win that shit. Don't win that shit? Is that what that said? You've got a good thing going. Don't win that shit. I'm sure that's what it says, winning. So there we go. I'm confused by that also. The Prince of Swords, victory against overwhelming odds and braveness. The Baron of Vessels. The Vessels seem to be very, very dark cards in this deck. That's drunkenness, carousing, and moderation. And then this is step away from the crazy making diet for a hot second. Kale and spirulina taste like ass. Eat some yummy shit, bacon, chocolate, beer, get some. So that's what would be being encouraged to you in this card, I think, isn't it? What else have we got? So we've got the sin of envy, which is unhappiness, seeking change and discontent. And we've got the Knight of Swords, which is companionship, victory and perseverance. We've got a person stabbed here. We've got a person being boiled in a pot here. So this is the victory, isn't it? The killing of people. And then we've got fuck, shit is about to get real. And fuck, you need your people around you. I think if you were about to be put in the pot there, then you definitely need your people around you, don't you? So there we go. That's my little rebel deck. I just thought that might bring some light relief into the proceedings because this Bosch Tarot is dark. The next deck I've only got 2 more. It was really difficult to find decks that I thought would actually really go with this. Now this one is a past lives tarot deck. Well, no, a past lives oracle deck actually. It's just a past life cards. It didn't come with any kind of guidebook really. It's just a set of images and words that might prompt your unconscious for hypnotherapy really. So we've got here the Baron of Coins, wasting money, loss of money, sham and charity, and the sin of wrath, anger, rage, inability, incompetence and conflict. And we've got that there with the Soldier. So that kind of fits, doesn't it? Kind of also does with the Gladiator, I suppose, with a lot of directed rage and a lot of conflict. Then we've got communication with the Ace of Swords, which is conflict, victory and communication. And we've got the King of Swords, who is a powerful person, a teacher of hard lessons. So all of those cards actually there go very, very well together, don't they, finally, actually? We've got the Explorer, which is the Page of Swords, and we've got the Page of Swords, which is eagerness, enthusiasm and future potential. And the Knight of Vessels, which is acquired wealth, bossiness and a poor manager. Well, you could say that both of these in here are explorers of one kind or another, aren't they? Then we've got the Queen of Swords. Blimey, that's a dark card, isn't it? Trickery, a capable woman, downfall of your enemies. And then the sin of sloth, which is laziness, sleep, tiredness, rest, relaxation and home life. Well, I don't know what jungles and forests have got to do with that. Or the shaman. Family, perhaps. I mean, I think if you were reading these for yourself, you would I think you would be able to come up with thoughts and ideas for yourself from those actually. So the last deck that I've got here, which actually is in a box, is my Wild Unknown archetype deck, because I thought this may well go well with the Bosch Tarot. See if I can get all that in there. So we've got the Sin of Pride, which is appearance, vanity, physical well-being, with the Unseen, and the Queen of Books, which is intelligence, advice, intuition and observation. So that kind of goes, doesn't it? Again, the Wild Unknown archetype deck is a deck that I have to use the book with all the time. It's there's only so much that you can take from the images and the words on these cards. So what else do we have here? The Thread with the Baron of Swords, which is defeat, cowardliness and injury, and the Queen of Vessels, which is gambling, never satisfied and female lust. So the thread between these cards could be the thing that kind of ties those two energies together, couldn't it? And then we have the Dead End and the King of Vessels and the Ace of Berries, and we've got a fair man, humility, gathering blessings through work, and the Ace of Berries, which is harmony among all living things and happiness and joy. Interesting. Sorry, I'm just trying to sort of soak up some of these images, really. I think that's the other trouble with these Bosch cards, really, is that they need looking at. Do you know what I mean? They need studying. They're not cards that on first glance you would get a lot of information from. Then we've got the Prince of Vessels, which is religious or spiritual figure, charity and kindness, with the Threshold, and the King of Berries, which is energetic projects, coordination and leadership. So that's standing on the threshold of something, isn't it? Something new. Standing on the threshold of a new project. And then we've got Apocalypsis, which I don't even know what that means, to be honest. With temptation, desire, sex, passion and greed, and the Knight of Berries, which is dissatisfaction and a talented person. Do you know, I think because I've spent the entire video going, well, I don't really know what that means, and I don't really know what that means, I'm actually going to look up Apocalypsis and see whether I can actually tie these three cards together in some way. So Apocalypsis, it says here, is removing the veil of deception. It indicates a particularly painful time, one that unfolds when two disparate dynamics occur simultaneously, pulling the psyche in seemingly opposing directions. So the first is the lifting of the veil. That means that truths that have been kept in the dark are revealed. No matter how relieving it is to witness them come into the light, an element of despair and grief follows. The second dynamic is the regeneration that comes from the wreckage of the revealed truth. So, what else does it say on here? All kinds of things will be revealed during a time of apocalypsis, from big global lies to little white ones that lace the bedroom sheets. Brace yourself for the horse of truth to storm your every field. Well, I suppose with the desire and the temptation, this image here is Adam and Eve, isn't it? This is Eve being tempted with the apple in the Garden of Eden. So that's a kind of lifting of the veil, isn't it? Truths that have been kept in the dark are revealed. And then there is an element of despair and grief that follows. And actually in this card here, we've got this Knight of Berries, which is dissatisfaction, a talented person. And it's weird, isn't it, that the berry here and the birds and bits are on this person's genitals, on their private area, which would go along with temptation here. I don't know. Do you know, I just think, although I have had a breakthrough with this Bosch Tarot deck, and I am sure that I will get it out to use for shadow work in the future, it's not an easy deck to work with on any level. Not with other oracle decks, or just on its own, or anything. It's what else have we got here? Gnosis, the mountain. We've got the sin of lust and the Christ child. As I said, it was worth me having a try, but if people in the comments say, oh my god, what a waffly video, that was so weird, I will fully get it, because it has been a waffly video, and usually I like to sort of give as much of an explanation about the cards that I've got on the table as I can. I like to describe them and talk about them and analyse them and see how they all work in combination together. But as I said, without the guidebook for any of these decks here today particularly, I'm at a loss as to know what to say, or I'm certainly in a loss as to know what to say on camera, put on the spot quickly right now. And in fact, I've even been thinking as I've been doing this video, I might not even upload it. So I went through all of my oracle decks to see what I could get to work with the Bosch Tarot, and these were the best ones that I came up with. And I think, if I'm honest, I think the very first deck that I picked, the Dark Mirror deck, is the only one for me that actually, in practicality, would work with this deck. So, but anyway, I'm coming up for half an hour of waffling, so I think I will upload this video just to see what people say about it, about what I've said. And your thoughts really on some of the cards that I've shown. I mean, you may have, just from sitting, watching and observing, you may have picked up things that I haven't. So I will upload this video. Please do comment and let me know what you think, and I will see you again soon. Thank you.